We spend most of our lives caring about what others think. But what about your own thoughts? In this video, you might remember a voice you haven't heard in a long time, your inner voice. Sometimes we live to prove something, sometimes just to be praised. But what if true freedom comes from a completely different place? Come, this time, let's turn inward. This video won't give you an answer, but it will ask you an important question. What are we truly living for? The answer is within you. I'm just holding the flashlight. Proving them wrong won't set you free. You probably told yourself this at least once. One day they'll see I was right. But chasing that moment becomes a prison. The need to prove others wrong often comes from a wound, one we keep opening again and again. Freedom doesn't come from being right. It comes from realizing you no longer need their validation at all. Let go of the trial. You don't need a jury. You only need peace. Making them jealous won't set you free. Envy is a trap for both the one who feels it and the one who tries to provoke it. If your success exists only to make someone else feel small, then you're still living in their shadow. True freedom is when your joy is yours alone. Not a weapon, not a show, not a performance. You're not here to compete with ghosts. You're here to grow into yourself. What you're really looking for isn't approval, but purpose. We think we want applause, likes, praise, but deep down, we're starving for something more meaningful, a reason, a direction, a purpose. Approval fades fast. Purpose, on the other hand, gives meaning to every step. When your days are guided by something larger than validation, life becomes fuller, not easier, but more honest and far more real. Don't let your worth depend on what others think. The moment your value becomes negotiable, it can be taken away. Don't let someone else hold the pen that writes your story. You're not a reflection of others' opinions. You're a universe unfolding. The only one who can define your worth is you. As long as your freedom depends on others' opinions, you'll always feel like a prisoner. You can live in the most open place in the world and still feel caged if your mind isn't free. Every time you ask, what will they think? You place one more bar around your soul. Others' ideas can guide you, but never define you. But when you live for their approval, you abandon your own compass. But when you choose your own path, the chains start to fall. True freedom begins within. When you stop chasing approval, peace starts to find you. You can have everything the world tells you to want: success, status, admiration, and still feel empty. Because freedom isn't found out there. It starts here, inside. Approval is a race with no finish line. But when you realize that the most important voice is your own, everything quiets. And in that silence, you finally hear peace. Trust yourself. Let your life grow from an inner purpose. Believing in yourself isn't just saying, I can do it. It's asking, why am I doing it? Confidence with purpose becomes unshakable. When you trust your path, the noise of others begins to fade. Even in chaos, you walk with calm. Let your life unfold not through comparison, but through clarity. This is the power of purpose. That is the start of becoming who you really are. Remember, the loudest approval comes from the outside, but the truest one comes from within. When you can hear yourself, you'll still know your way, even when the world goes silent. Trust yourself, because you're so much more than what others think, and the real journey begins with your own thoughts. We're ending this video here, but the real journey starts now. The quiet, deep, and brave journey within yourself. At Sophialysis, we'll always keep going one layer deeper. See you in the next video.